Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Valparaiso Esports. We got some Smash Bros here getting right into the game against Albion. We're currently 2-1 in this season, and Albion's currently 1-2. So pretty close match here, pretty close records. Starting off with the Aang here with the Sonic on Kalos.
Yes, and we're also starting against the Lucas, which we were not expecting going into this match.
Yes, I believe this is not a character that we were fully expecting. If I remember right, the characters that we were expecting, but this should be a kill. Yep.
Goodbye, Lucas.
Goodbye. He PK rocketed himself off the stage.
Yep.
But we were expecting, I believe, a Kazuya, Little Mac, and a me. So Lucas is a little bit of a curveball, but hey, we have a ball of our own as most of his special moves, because why not?
Yeah.
But an early lead here, already up one stock, not too much damage accumulated on us, and getting some extra early credit. Sonic is pretty darn good at racking up some percent here, so we'll see how much extra credit he can get.
Yep. Still being able to just keep this up, keeping the percentage even, but remember, Lucas did SD, unfortunately, so we are up a stock as well.
Bonk! Nice read there on the tech. Sonic down throw is such a disgusting tech setup because it sends at such a disgustingly low angle.
Unfortunately, missing the read there on the thing.
That should be a stock though. There we go. Nice stock up. So we are now 2 stocks up with Aang on the Sonic here, getting some nice damage racked up.
Going to be still getting this. Not going to find the kill yet. Just almost killed.
Yeah, not quite. Lucas is looking for it though. Lucas is trying to find his kill, but Sonic notoriously hard to pin down.
Yes,
you
were dealing with the Sonic yesterday, so.
Yeah, I don't know who was having less fun in that games, but hey, hopefully he's having some fun here because he's got a good lead set up.
He's been playing the camping game and he's been doing fairly well at it. Like Valpo likes to do, they like to camp.
Playing the hit and run setup, that is what Sonic does best, since, who better to play a hit and run than the fastest runner?
Yeah.
So getting some good percentage here, still has very good extra credit, almost lapping him in percent with still 2 stocks in the back.
Yeah, this is very good showing from him, and that is going to kill on the first.
So a 3 stock starting it out, a strong start for Valpo here. This is exactly what we want to see, right? Like, you cannot have a better start than this, starting off with the 3 stock.
Yep, going into this, we are expecting a few other players, so I'm curious as to who you're thinking is going to come out next. There's a few characters, but of course we could just be completely wrong.
I mean, we'd heard about 3 characters, and they already played one that wasn't one of those 3. Yeah. So at this point, we just need to start guessing who they're not.
Yeah.
I mean, we've learned this through past seasons and stuff. The more we guess, the more it will just force it to not be.
It's very entertaining, though. So, if we guess, it'll be entertaining.
So what we really do is we guess all the bad matchups for Sonic. That way they don't go that character and we have good matchups.
That's totally how that works, man.
Hey, if they want to keep the trend going, that just means better matchups for us.
That doesn't keep the trend going. They makes it not go away. We get correct when it's bad matchups.
Dang it. But either way, this is still a great start to go off of. So they now know that we're locking in the Sonic. That can't change.
Yeah.
But they have to figure out who they want to go in with a 3 stock deficit. Yeah. Valpo still has all 12 they started with, but Albion down to 9.
So, 2 of the characters I at least remember off the top of my head were the Kazuya and Me Gunner.
It was Kazuya, Little Mac, and a me. I believe it was a me Gunner, if I remember right.
Little Mac.
But we've already seen a character that wasn't one of those 3. But, they have 4 players, so it could have just possibly been that.
Yeah.
So,
and we have a fair amount of experience against Little Mac and Kazuya.
If it's of those 3, I would probably guess the Gunner.
Yeah, that's what I was also thinking, because Little Mac, you're not going to want to go in against the Sonic.
Yeah, if I had to guess, it will probably be the Gunner of those 3. However, because I just guessed which one it will be, it will now be something completely random.
Yeah, it will be entertaining.
You know what? Because I guess Gunner, it'll be something like Shulk. Something at random.
I mean,
Okay, but imagine if Shulk pops up. It would be quite silly, but
oh Lord.
you know, the stage did definitely help us out though. Kalos is one of Sonic's stronger stages. It gives him a lot of room to run around on,
Yeah,
and
we
you know
saw
he
that.
is Sonic. He like to move it.
Yes.
So having a lot of stage, a lot of space, and also just it effectively being FD very open in the middle, having no platforms in the center, allows for very little mix-ups the opponents has options to. They can't jump up on the platform while he's charging spin dash and have that extra layer.
Mhm.
So it gives him a lot of advantage there.
Yeah.
Spin dash covers so much more space, so much more threatening.
Mhm.
So it was definitely a strong stage to let, but you know, they didn't know what character we were going to throw in. That just kind of happens. Now they do. So they probably shouldn't stick the Kalos. I would say don't go down and probably not BS do. If you can, force the Sonic to go Smashville because it's a small stage, so it doesn't have its room to run around.
Yeah.
But that will likely never happen because you only have so many bands.
Because what is it called? Who has pick again? Map pick.
They have map pick, we have bands. Let's see.
Oh.
Yep,
Gunner.
the Me Gunner is coming out. This was to be expected. Dang, that means my guess was correct. We've broken the curse. Yippee!
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, you're right. So let's see. What did we ban here? We banned Hollow, we banned Battlefield, and we banned Smashville. Yep, as we should. Those are good bans for Sonic. Yeah, the
That
good
ban.
one. They go back to Kalos.
Fair enough.
I'm okay with this.
Interesting.
I do understand the pick though, because for those same reasons that I was talking about with Sonic, for not having those platforms in the middle, it gives less options. The same thing applies for Me Gunner.
Yeah.
Lucas can't really take advantage of that much, but Gunner can. He has those projectiles to cover a lot more space. Not having those platforms makes it difficult. You don't have that area to jump up on to avoid, say, a charge shot.
Yeah.
Which I believe he's using the charge shot, if I remember right. At least he probably should be. That's generally considered to be the most competitively viable moveset.
Already starting up fairly strong, going to be dealing a fair amount of percentage, but unfortunately this Me Gunner likes to camp just as much as we do.
Yeah, why do you think you went Kalos? Kalos is the camper stage. It still looking pretty good. Now ahead in percent with that F smash. Read on the neutral get up. Ooh, was actually ready for that roll, but not quite the timing.
Yep.
So taking quite a bit of damage here. Me Gunner does a surprising amount of damage with their projectiles, I will say.
Yep. Going to be unfortunately walking right into that.
Ooh.
But that nope, good DI there.
There's the charge shot. I was right. I'm a genius. Ooh, nice read, getting the grab there. He's ready for these. He's ready for these ledge options, but not quite on the timing. Whew.
That was a nice combo and very unexpected, but you
Yeah,
know, we like those.
He keeps being ready for these options, but not quite on the timings. But hey, you know that's something that can get adapted to. That's something that can get used to again. Yikes! That's a scary ledge trap there, but not quite gonna take the kill. Kalos a very big stage, and that will.
Yep.
That'll do it. So Valpo loses their first stock, but again, we do have a 3-stock lead, so even taking 1 here is more than enough. Taking those 3 has already done his job, so taking just 1 is just extra credit.
Yep, going into this, but going to be just looking for the kill right here, and I'll just get a final confirm on our extra credit, pretty much.
Whee! Just doing a little Sonic gameplay of just jumping over the little projectiles, just actual Sonic game stuff, as you do. But trying to find his way in. Like, this is what I was talking about with Sonic on the first game, but now with the Me Gunner, is that without these platforms, you don't have very many options mid-stage, but then with the addition of the platforms on the side, it gives Me Gunner that extra ledge to stay up on to drop those bombs from. So it can make it pretty annoying to get in on, but this might be a stock. Not quite. It's not going to be yet, but hey, free damage is free damage, you know?
Just missing that. But still quite a lot of damage going to
Roll?
be on
Yep.
this.
bonk. That'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it there.
A Sonic F smash to the back of the head at 190. Yeah, that'll take the stock.
But that is extra credit going into the next fight regardless.
Absolutely.
So, will you take those?
And still not looking too bad on the second stock. Like, has taken a fair amount of damage, but hasn't lost it yet, and that's what's important.
Yep, still just gonna be looking for any more extra credit to take.
Oh,
into
with the footstool.
Nice!
Gets the early stock. So now looking in the lead, that up air will finish it.
But that makes it even 2 extra credit.
Even stocks while still being a player up on Valpo's side. This is looking really good. Nice little hop over the charge shot. We'd like to see that.
Just taking a lot of, like, even though, like, it's an even fight, and this is probably not favoring Sonic so much, as Mii Gunner's been very good with, like, reading things and spacing and camping. Even so, our Sonic has done more than enough for Valpo.
Yeah, he's done really well. Oh, nice little charge shot, trying to stall over the charge shot, I should say. Taking quite a bit of damage here, but keeping it fairly even. Like, this isn't damage that Sonic can't rack back up, but that should kill.
That's will kill.
Yep. So, hey, still took 2 full stocks off of it, going 5 and 3. That is more than doing your job here. Good showing from the Sonic. So, and now we also have counter pick advantage with only 1 stock left on the Mii Gunner. Now, what's sad here is that we actually don't have 2 of our players here. They are out sick, a little bit flu going around on campus. But
Yep.
hey, you know, now we do have counter pick advantage. So with the people we do have here that are healthy, so to play, so we should have some fair amount of options here still to be able to take out this last stock on the Mii Gunner with such good extra credit taken from the Sonic.
Unfortunately, I did not see who was in the lab today, so not sure who.
Hey, you know, it
can
can be a surprise for us as well as for the opponents here to see who we're throwing in. We can take some guesses though. So as we know, we have a pretty wide character roster on Valpo's side, as tends to be the case with Valpo Smash Bros.
Yes.
So we know we are going against a Mii Gunner. Let's see. Who would I prefer to throw in?
Choose your fighter.
There's a couple options. This isn't one of the ones that I wasn't thinking of. Like I was okay with this one, you know.
Fair enough. I was a little more hesitant on this one.
I was a little more hesitant too, but it wasn't the last on the list or anything. So you know, just want to give them these hands, you know.
Yeah.
It's a Mii Gunner, so you know what?
Give them the hands.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say though, please ban Kalos. This character, you do not want to play Kalos.
Well, we get picks, so we can just
Exactly.
Kalos.
They have bans though, which is scary. They do have 3 bans. So what I would expect to be banned.
Small battlefield.
I would expect Small Battlefield, I would expect Smashville, and I would expect
There's a lot of
maybe
options.
Battlefield or maybe Hollow is what the bans I would expect to be. I wonder if I'm right. Just out of curiosity, they haven't.
We're still waiting.
They haven't done bans yet, of course.
Of course, yeah. Favorite thing, just waiting for bans.
The Smash Bros. Classic of bans taking forever, as it tends to be. Let's see, was I right?
Well, they're letting them know who's being sent in.
Yeah, we do have to let them know what character as per the rules. But I want to see if I'm right on these stage bans. I want to see if I was cooking. Town and City, FD, Smashville. Okay, well, yeah, that's fair. They get to see the character first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to factor that into stage bans. I'm used to when I was a player. We didn't have such luxuries with some of them. I guess we did. Whatever, man. It's fine.
Going to Hollow though.
Yeah. I guess if the stage is available, this is probably your next best thing. So.
I mean, it gives you a platform to attempt to reach the Gunner.
Yeah, it's not bad, and especially the Gunner build that he's using, it gives you some reprieve from the grenades. It does give you some options to get around charge shots. It's not a bad option for sure. Especially like of the options available to you, this was probably the best one.
Yeah.
But the gunner does have to lose 2. Hello, big guy.
Hello?
You need to lose 2. It's fine. No damage was taken. It's all good. Sometimes you just forget. I've had that happen too. No damage was taken, so no harm, no foul. Alrighty, and now getting into it here, we're going to have the Little Mac against the gunner. This is going to be difficult because Little Mac's going to struggle to find his way in. But once he does find his way in, he's going to be able to do some big damage.
Yep, the main thing right here is just getting over these grenades and everything. That's the main thing we're seeing him struggle with right now, is taking up a bunch of percentage, but not being able to deal any much in return.
Yeah, the gunner's gonna be able to do a really good job of keeping him out. These projectiles are going to cover a lot of the stage, a lot of the options, and especially, most importantly, a lot of the ground. Wow, was ready for that, but not quite able to find it. Getting some good damage, though. But what's mostly concerning to me is that these projectiles that the gunner uses, both the nade and the charge shot, is going to control a lot of ground space. And Little Mac is the grounded fighter. But wow, doing a lot of damage on said ground here.
Getting these reads now, which is really good.
Woo! Tried to hop over the missile, not quite able to find the gunner, but was able to avoid the missile. Yeah, got to avoid that. That probably would have broken shield. Punch.
This is really good. Just looking for the kill now.
Bonk.
That will kill.
Yeah, that'll work. Jumping over the projectiles, you never expect the Little Mac in the air, but he does have options for that.
That was really good.
Throwing himself over the projectiles to bonk the Mii Gunner in the head, taking the stock right there. So now Valpo up a full player here. This lead from the first game has just continued to have ripple effects throughout the entire set.
Yes. So we talk about it a lot here. Like, regardless of game, momentum is a huge thing.
Absolutely.
Especially for Overwatch, Rocket League, and Smash Bros. For the main ones. I can't really speak on League. I'm sorry, I haven't played that game. But momentum is a huge thing, and having that 3-stock lead that we still are seeing right now,
yeah, absolutely,
is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. The momentum is really big. It affects the entire game. Like we've seen this ripple effect come from the very beginning because we got this lead so early. We've been able to have this advantage going through that even if we lose a stock here or there to their players, even if we were to lose against their players and still take a couple stocks, that still keeps us in the lead just because of that lead that we've established early on. It's able to keep us in an advantageous spot the entire way through.
It also keeps mental up in this long run because it's hard to come back from like a loss than it is to come back from like, oh, we're still up, we're going, keep going.
It's much easier to recover from a shortening of lead than it is to a widening of deficit, for sure. Yes. So, yeah, that's definitely a big part of it as well that you mentioned. It's good for the mental as well, and the mental. In esports is very important. A lot of this stuff comes down to the mental games. It comes down to you're kind of expected to be able to do the mechanical stuff. Although it does play a big part, you kind of expect to be able to do it. It comes down to the mental game a lot of the times, especially in a game like this in Smash Bros. But interesting that we're gonna get a little bit of a boxing match here. We got two very up close fighters here. Two effectively FGCs.
Yo, we got one of our players who just subscribed.
Let's go!
One of the players who unfortunately is out with the flu right now.
Yep, we're missing you here, but hey, making a good showing nonetheless.
Yes. Doing a fair amount of damage already, getting it out, and just being able to get on these reads.
Power donk! Yep, taking 30 off of a jab because you can.
DLC character moment.
Yes, of course. But hey, is keeping it pretty even here. Like, sure is behind a little bit on percent, but he does have funny little KO punch. So this Little Mac, all of a sudden you see the Terry not want to be on the same half of the stage as Little Mac now that he has the funny little KO punch.
Yeah.
Just run up and let it rip.
He let
Just
his guard
run up
down
and
because he
KO
just
punch.
sat
It
there.
just works.
Okay. He just baited him out thinking he was just not going to approach. I don't
Just
know
run
why
up
he
and
didn't
KO
think that,
punch.
but
It
fair enough.
just works.
And you can tell the Terry is very caught off guard, and there it goes.
And there's another stock going in Valpo's favor with the nice counter. Read the aggressive approach and was ready for the aggressive approach. It got the parry too. This little Mac's just in his head. Nice side B to get him off of ledge. And oh, back to not wanting to deal with it. Just don't get.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Good job.
So speaking of the mental game here, the
Yeah.
little Mac is mental.
Inside their head. That is something that does absolutely affect gameplay.
Okay.
I think he's dying, guys.
Okay. So to go into a little bit more in depth of instead of just laughing at whatever the heck interactions we just saw, in referring to the mental game here, we saw the first KO punch. The Terry just sat back and was entirely passive, didn't want to interact with it in the slightest, and just another one of our players with the
Let's
subscribe.
go.
Hello. Good
Hello.
good to see you. It's been a little while.
Yeah.
Been at least for me to talk to you. I'm excited. Hello. But anyway, back to the point I was making. That the Terry was completely passive, didn't want to mess with that at all.
Yeah.
And then Little Mac just charges him full speed ahead and smacks him for it.
Yeah.
All right. Funny interaction either way.
Uh-huh.
Final stock comes around. The same situation happens. Little Mac gets the KO punch unlocked. And so the Terry goes passive. He's remembering the past instance, doesn't want to get it run up upon, chooses to be aggressive. Mental game here, the Little Mac knows that he probably doesn't want to get run up upon, is ready for that aggressive option, dashes back, avoids the aggressive option, dashes back in, KO punches. That little extra mental game, that situation that they had given to them, the same situation occurred twice, two different outcomes happened because of the previous interactions that had occurred. So a little bit of that mental game going in favor of the Valpo players, with just the funniest KO punches.
I mean, he's got some clips now. He can send those to Yeet Smash or whatever.
Yeah. No. Vortic in the chat, yeah. You get hit by one KO punch, and that's pretty much it for your mental. Yeah, it's down the drain. He KO punches you, the player. Your mental is gone.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest for the Terry. Like, taking the Terry side, I think my mental would be dead after that, too.
I think I would just be scared. Like, that's just a jump scare. You have a Little Mac on the other side of the stage, and all of a sudden KO punch. That's just a horror game.
Yeah, I don't know why he stopped with the, like, spacing of...
The power wave. The answer was it wasn't really working, and the Little Mac had closed the distance a little bit, so it was half stage. Didn't want to throw out something with lag like that, and the Little Mac just charged in, and took advantage of it. And we were so busy harping on how funny these interactions were and how well played they were. We didn't even point out that was a 3-stock.
Yes, that was a 3-stock.
So Valpo's now up a lot. Up 2 whole players from that play. We were too busy talking about the the micro interactions. We didn't even point out the macro. So now they have a Luigi here. Again, a character that we weren't expecting, because why would the commentators be able to be right more than once ever? But this might be not quite dead, but going to be a lot of damage. Little Mac and Luigi just kind of known for doing a lot of damage whenever they get their grubby little mitts on you.
Yep, that is a grab, and that is...
Not going to be dead, but going to be darn close. Will the run-up KO punch work again? It will. As I speak it into existence. So, this Little Mac able to take another stock here.
Taking even more than
Woo!
he needs to, let's be real.
Dancing with death there, able to get away with the way, but not quite able to get much more than that. Luigi back throw will kill. Even if that didn't kill outright, probably would have anyway, but 30 from an F smash.
Keep in mind, this Luigi is their last player, so they're going to have to use all 2 of these stocks to try and take down 8 stocks left. And
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
now, they're not looking at a good place, especially for the next class
Woo!
2 on Little Mac.
This is looking dangerous. Go off and down air him. Aw. I'm an agent of chaos.
Yes, we know.
But this Little Mac is doing a lot of work. That Luigi actually almost didn't recover because of the misfire. That misfire almost killed him.
we love luck in our skill-based video games.
I'm sorry, what made you think that luck doesn't play a massive factor in these games?
Exactly.
I mean, you have mechanics like Luigi, you have Hero, stuff like that, but you know, it's all about how you work around these options, being ready for it, just the chances that something will happen. And, you know, the chances that Little Mac will do quite well here is looking pretty darn high.
Yep,
taking 2 stocks off the Luigi as well. Tons of extra credit. KO punch.
Oh, the Luigi was ready for it that time. Understandable, though. He did do it 3 times in a row.
Hey,
4 times in a row.
Little Mac's
4
having a
times on the
high success rate on these KO punches, so I guess he was due to miss 1. Still having a lot of good outcomes here. This should kill. Yeah.
But that is still 1 stock, and Luigi is down to 1 stock for just Albion, with 6 other stocks behind Little Mac right here. So he's not really in too much of a concerning place right now.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely scary because both of these characters are known to just be able to kill you at pretty much any percent. Luigi with his grab, Little Mac with just his sheer damage output, and then funny little KO punch. So both of these characters are known for doing stuff like that. So this is effectively an even game here.
Yep.
This might be dead. Yep. Got the side switch. Unironically, he technically could have lived if he DI'd that correctly, like if he DI'd that hard left. But what Luigi's can do is the way you DI entirely depends on what side of Luigi you're on. If you are on the right of Luigi, you want to DI hard right. That way you extend. Basically, you want to DI away from Luigi. But Luigi can mix up his drift and how he does that cyclone to where it kind of puts you in the middle, and it's really hard to tell which side you're going to be on sometimes. And then if you DI for the wrong side, you will die so much earlier. Because basically how I think about DI is you're basically making a triangle with yourself being the hypotenuse, and you want to make that distance as long as possible. Well, if Luigi's sending you to the right, you want to DI right. That way that hypotenuse gets extended. Well, if you get sent the other way and you're DIing for the other side, all of a sudden that gets a lot sharper. So it becomes a really scary DI mix-up and just happen to guess wrong. Robs can do the same thing with side B. Not side B, with up air. Same thing with Mario down air. All those kinds of up airs that send, all those kind of spin moves that depend on which side you're on can do that. It gets really scary for stuff like that, and just happen to guess wrong. It gets called the Mario Party minigame. Because you're kind of just guessing sometimes of which way, of whether you'll die or not. Yeah. Just take a guess.
Take a guess, but we're waiting for stage bans right now. We do know who we're sending in. So, just waiting. We're also waiting for them to tell them who they're sending in.
Yeah, absolutely. But what a showing from the Mac here.
All right, so we are seeing K. Rule come in for Valpo, but we are going to be also looking at bans of Kalos. I'm forgetting what that
Kalos,
is.
Smashville, and Town and City. So basically Kalos and banning Animal Crossing stages. So going to the battlefield. Okay. I would personally probably prefer small battlefield, but I don't expect it to make much of a difference.
It's a very hard fight for Luigi regardless.
Yeah, with these 2 characters specifically, I don't expect the top platform to really do much of anything impactful. Which is why I was saying that I'd probably prefer small battlefield just to completely remove it as an element entirely. Because if anyone's going to get more benefit out of it, it's probably the Luigi, but I don't expect much either way.
I mean, it's a hard fight for Luigi anyway, and already racking up that percentage that will carry over into every single stock K. Rool takes.
Yeah, it is scary to play a big body against Luigi, but because he can kind of just kill you with a grab at any percent. But hey, if you're able to stay away, and K. Rool, one of the better heavies for staying away. Woo!
Ooh.
Hey, we take those trades. K. Rool up air. Absolutely, that thing is a strong move. Double down air. Oh, didn't go for the up B.
That's
You could have done down air, up B. It would have been sick.
But we are going to see even in percentage, but again, you don't want to see that if you're the Luigi, just because there's such a deficit right now between Valpo and Albion.
Yeah, absolutely. As you were saying, like this is the Luigi's last stock, so all this damage is permanent here, effectively. And
Yep.
the thing is, as well, the Luigi has 2 players to go through. So even if even if he had a spare stock, because he'd need one with the K. Rool taking the stock with the nice roll read with the forward smash. You know, what is with the characters with the boxing gloves doing really well? Because K. Rool just put on the boxing glove and said, "Hey, I'm Little Mac now."
Oh, no.
You know, we actually saw a lot of kills of just funny little punches. We had the Sonic's F smashes, the K. Rool F smashes, the entirety of Little Mac's kit. We
Yep.
saw a lot of punches this game, and hey, it worked out quite well for Valpo, going up with quite a sizable lead there. So we'll see if we can keep this lead going into this next round. That's what's going to be really important here.
Yeah, we're already going into next fight though, very quickly picking characters. So.
Yeah, so a character that we don't see all too often, but I'm glad to see.
Yeah.
We always like to give as many people as we can playtime. So, you know, we will, I can say this, we will probably not be seeing very many punching kills with this character.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So probably not too many with this character, so we might break that trend a little bit.
Unfortunately.
Although
But-
technically he has a punching move, but it's only his jab 1.
Just a random hint for who's being sent.
Actually,
to.
is his jab 2 a punch too? I don't think
How
so.
does he know this off the top of his head?
I
We'll
don't
never
think
know.
his jab 2 is. I think it's a punch kick bob. Pretty sure. I've played this game too much, if you can't
Yes.
tell.
Yes, we know. We know.
Yeah, being a past competitor helps with a lot of game knowledge and stuff. I was right. Jab 2 is a kick. Why do I know this?
Yeah, why do you?
I don't know, man.
You didn't even play this character.
And hey, you know,
Just
I do
miserable.
I do tend to be an encyclopedia, but it becomes helpful, you know, that way when I was competing, I was able to help out with random bits of game knowledge, and even still, if they need something, I'm on call. They know where to reach me if they need help with anything. It's
mean-
helpful to be able to bring more in-depth insight into the game.
I mean,
It's
the
nice.
one character you played, they literally said that you had too much information to not be in the server.
Yeah, but you know, back to the game. I don't believe they're not told which character we're playing for the first round. I believe we're not told characters for the start. If I remember the rule set right, that we're not told characters. Yeah, we just have bands.
Yep,
So
we just banned.
so bands were Smashville, Town and City, and then we picked
And we also banned.
we've been Battlefield, Strike, Kalos, Smashville, and Town City were banned. So we are playing on the good old PS2 with Ike here. So interesting, but with an Ike, so we're not going to see very many punch kills unless they manage to get a funny little edgeguard of jab 1,
Yeah.
which I have seen before, which is terrifying. But some early percent from the gunner here, not looking as strong as the first round here, just based on percent. But hey, that is a hard shoe to follow.
Yeah.
That is a hard shoe to fill. So either way, not a bad showing here. Trying to find the way through the projectiles, though, is going to be difficult with someone like Ike. A little slower of a character, going to have slower options.
Slower of a character and more like just kind of slower moves, I guess. But that's going to be stock for Valpo. Losing stock for Valpo. Just going to be trying to look for this.
But hey, that's some nice percent there right there. Getting the nair, reading the tech option there with the neutral get up on the dash attack. So still trying to find his way in. Is the Ike. But taking a lot of percent for it. Again, these projectiles are very difficult for Ike to get around. Being a slower character and on top of that having slower frame data makes that very difficult. Nice weave around the charge shot. Almost died for it, but did get the roll red there. Like, Gunner can cover so many options for someone slow like Ike.
Yeah, it's just this is just a really struggling matchup for Ike right here.
Yeah, but still doing not too shabby. Like, that's the main thing that I want to point out. Like, this matchup is just really rough, and not playing it poorly either. Having to recover here, going to be taking a lot of percent for it. It's going to be so difficult for this Ike to find their way in, but not impossible. Finding some good options here. Not quite going to be the stock, but is still some damage here. And finding their way through, all you need is one stock here. And you know what? It'll make it all worth it. And that's going to be a darn close to taking it.
Close, but not going to
now has the advantage. Ooh, was ready for that roll. Not quite able to get the grab out. I believe I saw the animation start up. Oof.
Unfortunate. Going to take a lot of damage. Most things
nice
will kill
forward air.
Right here.
And all you need is this one stock. Not quite able to find it. Got very close to taking it, though. And now we see the reverse of the round one, actually. We see the 3 stocks going up in the favor of Albion. But hey, this is nothing that we can't come back from. We've shown that we're able to do these crazy comeback kind of things.
Yep. So, good. Thank you for the follow, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the follow, guys. We're getting some fun and lots of love this stream. I really appreciate it, guys. Really appreciate it.
So now we're just gonna wait for who we throw in next.
So they will be told the characters as per the rule set of the conference. They are told what character we're throwing in before stage ban specifically.
More people.
Was that another? Wow.
Another follow, yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Fair enough.
This is insane.
Yeah.
I love this, but they will be told what character we are playing, so they will get to choose their stage bans around it, which is a little bit different. Depends on the conference that we're in, but for this one, they are told. So we have a little bit less of an advantage in that sense of being able to having that shroud of mystery of what character we're playing, trying to ban for everyone.
Yeah.
But they will know who we are playing, so they get to select their bans for specific characters, which gives a little bit more advantage to the people winning. So it is kind of fair to have. So
yeah. What bans do you think this character will?
For this character, I think it will probably just be standard me gunner bans. I don't think there's anything very specific in this matchup that the gunner really needs to ban for. So I would expect probably Smashville, probably just the same ones they've been doing, Smashville, Town and City, and I remember the third one. I think it was Small Battlefield, probably. I would expect to see pretty standard bans from the me gunner here.
Fair enough. Just gonna be, was not expecting this person, I'll be honest.
You know, I don't dislike it at all. I think this character has some good options for it, and hey, more playtime is more playtime.
Yeah.
So when you get an opportunity like this, might as well take it.
Might as well. We're just waiting for stage bans.
Yep, but it looks like the bans have been picked. Going to Small Battlefield here.
So you were incorrect on one of the bans.
I was off by 1. Ah, well. But getting into the young Link here, it's good to see this character still. So we've been seeing so many different characters that sometimes it feels like I haven't seen one in so long just because of how many we play. So it's nice to see the variety.
Yep, and we're just gonna see a lot of projectile spam from both sides.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of projectiles here, but hey, you know, using them to find their openings, like it's an important part of their game plan. So it is expected, although it is kind of funny to see a lot of projectiles. Which, fun fact, at the end game screen, it will actually tell you how many projectiles you threw. So technically, we could check to see who had more.
I think that'll just be funny.
Yeah.
I know they probably won't check.
No, we won't, and plus it takes some time, and we want to keep the competition going. But it would be a funny stat to see. Early percentage is going in favor of the me gunner here, but hey, with the young Link getting some advantage here. Like, it's definitely not impossible to make this damage comeback at all. Getting the nice grab read, and this is what I was saying. Like, young Link can get some good damage, especially Jaden on the young Link. He's always been quite good at racking up the damage.
Being able to get these things, just the small projectiles, really getting him from the Mii Gunner.
Whew. That up air actually covered a lot of space. So actually, I think missing the two options that were best was missing the tech like he did, or teching to the right was the only ways to avoid that, because that up air covered a lot of space. But that up smash also covering a lot of space, able to take the stock off of the young Link here.
Yep. Going to take a lot of just distance with that, and just to back up a lot more percent with those combos.
Yeah. Getting a lot of damage racked up here is kind of scary, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Gunner up air taking a lot of damage here, which Gunner up air is such a weird move. Fun fact, you can short hop that. The launching hitbox won't come out if you do short hop up air on the Mii Gunner. You have to full hop it.
Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah.
This game was made by amazing people. Amazing programmers.
Woo, with the charge shot, reading the run in. So this Mii Gunner is getting a lot more value than they were at last round. Able to find their spacing that they weren't able to find in the last zone.
Definitely warmed up a lot too.
Able to find more space than they were earlier. That forward smash, not quite able to find it. But now we just need to find the stock. That's what's more important here. Percent is great. Stocks are really what matter. Whew. Doing a lot of mix-ups to get off ledge. Able to find his way through, weave through the fire and the flames. Whew.
That was close.
Living on the edge here.
Yeah.
Just living on the edges of these hitboxes, able to find his way through. Was clipped by that up air, but hey, you know, as what doesn't kill is what's important. Technically, what doesn't kill does make you stronger, gives you rage, but that up tilt was actually able to kill. So sadly, Mii Gunner coming up with a large lead on against Valpo. So gonna have to make a sizable comeback here.
But going to be interesting. Who do you think might be the best for?
Yeah, I guess I don't mind saying the character picks anymore, because they'll be told who we're actually playing it anyway.
Be told, so
I would say, yeah, I don't hate it. Sorry, we're staring at the select screen. We get a little insider info here.
Yeah,
but the character, I don't hate it. I can just say it. I'm so used to having to hide the character picks, but yeah, looks like we're sending in the Kirby here. So I don't hate it, especially because we have so much variety. Might as well use it. See how it does. Like, this isn't the best matchup, but it isn't a poor one either, per se. It's going to be difficult for Kirby to get in, but he does have options. He can crouch under the super missiles. The homing missiles will still go down and hit him, but the super missiles will just go over him if he crouches. He has inhale for the charge shot. The nades will be difficult to get around, but he can just jump, and Kirby likes using aerials for stuff like that as well. It is going to be difficult to close the gap. Kirby a bit slower of a character, but he's not without options.
He is a smaller character too, with a smaller hitbox, so be able to weave around it a little bit.
Hopefully, Kirby's not the fastest, and Mii Gunner does have quite a bit of area coverage with stuff like the charge shot, the missiles. But again, Kirby has options for that. And very interesting stage pick. I'm surprised this wasn't banned. Of the Smashville. This is going to make the stage a lot smaller, gives the Mii Gunner less space to run around in, and most importantly, gives it so there's less space that the Kirby has to cover to get to the Mii Gunner. This will have a little bit of an inverse effect of, at least I think Kirby can crouch around the missiles, I'm not sure. But this will have a bit of an inverse effect of that the projectiles that the Gunner throws will just cover more of the stage percentage-wise, just because the stage is smaller. but it also means that the Kirby needs to get past less of them to get to the gunner as the stage is smaller. So it's going to have a little bit of an inverse effect here.
Going to start racking up some damage, though. Already been dealt a lot of damage, though, on the Kirby as well. But evens out the percentage, but we don't really want to see that with this, especially with the stock deficit we have.
No, we don't. Yeah, we don't particularly want to see an even game here. But hey, we'll take an even game when we can get it. Doing quite well here. Again, finding these openings. I'm surprised I can hit Kirby on the ground. I'm gonna be honest. I might just be used to Samus up smash where things will just miss anyway. But that dash attack not missing, able to take the stock from the Kirby first. But hey, that's one.
We trade those. We take those.
That's what's important. Getting one sadly did come at the cost of his own without that many to spare on the side of Valpo, but hey, we'll take it.
We'll take those. We'll take those. But getting a nice combo in, evening up the percentage, going to see what we can find, but we are going to return with we're going to have our own charge shot right here. So.
I love seeing Kirby, specifically with like the charge shots, because especially with me Gunner, he doesn't get the gun, he just gets the charge shot, so he just starts just manifesting the charge shot. It's a really funny animation to have.
Ooh, but
some nice coverage, nice usage of it. It's a nice up smash, actually just cutting through the grenade entirely.
Yeah,
able to actually go up in stocks over the Meat Gunner. Sadly, again, Meat Gunner does have the lead in stocks in terms of the crew battle, but the Kirby is leading the charge here.
Yep, just able to do a lot. The Meat Gunner not expecting the charge shots. And that did a lot for Kirby.
Was ready for that air dodge.
A lot of just space.
Yeah, having this charge shot is going to matter a lot in this matchup. For specifically the reason that you pointed out, it's going to give the Kirby more options to cover space. Like, he probably won't be getting a massive amount of damage off of it, although he has definitely been getting some. The most important part is that it covers so much space, but sadly is going to lose it along with the stock.
Yep, just gonna be looking for that. Hoping to grab it soon, or just get the kill either. Either one works.
Preferably the kill, but hey, I'll take both.
Take both, yeah, we'll take those.
Whew.
That is a nice, unfortunately nice DI from them.
I wonder if Nair would have killed there, as opposed to up air, but yikes, this might kill. Not quite. He's running low on jumps, though. Able to grab ledge, that's what's important.
Yep, that's what's able to...
No, should have up smash! Up smash or up air? Up throw should kill, especially on the platform. Yep. Bonk!
Oh, that was a scary one.
Came at a heavy price, but the Kirby able to take the 3 stocks of the Gunner. And this is where it starts.
Yep.
This is how it starts.
It's gonna be an uphill battle, though.
Oh, absolutely. But hey, we do still have one whole round to work with. This is why I'm so excited to see the character variety, just trying stuff out, because hey, if it works, great, you win 2-0. If not, you have that extra buffer and you've learned a little.
Yeah.
So no real harm in trying stuff out here. So I do like to see it. Would love to see the variety.
So who do you think they're going to send out? Because they have options. They have plenty of options right here.
Let's see. Who all did we see? We saw Lucas, a Terry, a Meat Gunner, and a Luigi.
I think the Luigi's coming in. Because they just swapped places on the screen, so...
Oh, yeah, probably then.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it seems like it. Seems the Weege is coming in.
Yep. So... What stages do we ban for Luigi again?
All of them. I don't want to play against Luigi.
Well, you can't do that. And
man, I wish sometimes. Probably want to ban stages that give him... Probably want to ban Smashville. Ban FD. And maybe ban Hollow. That one's a little... Or a ban Kalos, I mean. That one's a little more character dependent, I suppose. And because the problem is that it gives it to be FD a little bit in the center. FD, small battlefield. Interesting bans on the battlefield. I agree with the Smashville, and I don't hate the small battlefield. I'm really interested to hear the reasoning behind the battlefield specifically, because I feel like Luigi generally doesn't use the top platform all that much. It helps him land a little bit, which I will agree. It does help landing. It's good for the defensive style, because it gives you another option of where you're landing, gives you options to your shield, refresh options and stuff.
Yeah.
But both Kirby and Luigi don't really make use of that top platform all that much. So I'm interested to hear the reasoning of why that is banned like that. Because I would be more concerned about banning something like Kalos, some of the more volatile stages. So I'm interested to hear the reasoning, but I mean, hey, you know, going to Hollow, they're the players, they're the ones back there. So we'll see if their bans work out, but whew, not quite able to get it.
Just missing that up B. Fortunately for the Kirby, getting him out of that combo. Trying to find one of his own though. It's gonna be tricky. Luigi is fishing for these combos, trying to see if they can, the Kirby can get some more of that stage control with the green fireballs, which is a good thing, but...
Yeah, but this Kirby able to get some damage of his own, missing the tech, but lives either way, had most of his jumps available to him. Getting some early damage, like keeping even damage is important against Luigi, because you want to keep that damage coming in, because Luigi can just kind of kill you at any percent. You want to make sure that you're racking up that damage against him.
Yep, just trying to keep seeing an even game, but obviously Valpo, we don't really want that. But able to do some healing, but does come at the price of getting hit.
Yeah, sadly adding net negative here, but should be a stock. Yep. Nice punish on the tornado, on the cyclone, sorry. I think is technically what it's called. See how much extra credit he can get. Punishing that F smash with his own. Has a little bit more range on the Kirby F smash.
Yeah.
But able to live the F smash there.
Yeah, not gonna be able to live too many more of those though.
Yeah,
And
not gonna be living
kill.
that. Luigi F smash able to get it. So Kirby does go down here. So we are down to our last player with 8 stocks remaining on Albion. So a little bit of a deficit here, but hey, we did take round 1. So either way, we will have the chance of taking it to a round 3. So no matter what, still looking okay for Valpo. It's not impossible to make these comebacks either. We've seen it happen for sure. So I very much like that we've taken the chance to throw in the players that we don't see as often. Like, again, I love to see the variety. That's what I'd like to see, the experimental. Like, we have this round up. Use that advantage for a reason.
Yeah.
Take that chance to learn a little bit. Because, again, the worst comes to worst is it doesn't work, you go to round 3. It does, awesome. You get some great info. You get to play some new players. There's really no downside to it besides losing that one round that you already have the option to go next.
I mean, one of the things that like all of the teams try to do is when you're up 1, try and get as many playtime as possible so you can keep improving.
Hey, you know, you can't improve by doing nothing, and there's no better way to practice than going into competitive. So seeing the more faces, the better here. Love to see it, and you know, some great showings coming out from Valpo here. Gonna see who's gonna be the one to follow up the Kirby. My guess would be...
I have 2 guesses.
I think the 2 guesses are the only 2 people left in the room to play.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think the main 2 guesses are gonna be either the Little Mac or the K. Rool.
Yeah.
I believe those are the only 2 people left in the room that haven't played this round. So my guess would probably be the Little Mac? I don't know.
Yeah.
No? I had a coin flip. I had a coin flip, but I lose those every time.
You lose those every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But going into that, so now that we know who is getting sent out, what maps are we looking at?
Well, for some reason, we're probably going to be banning Battlefield.
Oh. Interesting.
Interesting. Okay. So I guess it was a coin flip on the players, not necessarily characters.
Yeah.
Seeing the Bowser come out, probably ban for sure. Ban FD for sure. Town and City should also probably be banned, and I would expect both Animal Crossing stages to be banned, so Smashville as well.
So we are going to Battlefield.
Yeah, this is all right for Bowser. Bowser makes use of the top platform more than either character that we've really seen. Especially with that side B, it will make a kill a little earlier. It actually makes less of an impact than people tend to think. The Bowser side B on the top platform versus the sides, it makes less of an impact than people would think, but it does make a impact. So you might as well make use of it here. Just trying to avoid the grab right now is what we're really seeing from the Bowser, because you're such a big body, you will get comboed so much more, and Luigi already combos you heavily.
Yeah, and Ari fishing for it, trying to get as much as you can, but
yeah, that's the best part of Luigi. He doesn't even need it to be a grab to just start comboing you. But doing quite well at avoiding the openings here. Like, technically a tiny bit behind on percentage, but hey, you are Bowser. You're the heaviest character in the game. You can manage that.
But we are seeing a lot of this combo game coming up for the Luigi here.
This is going to be the danger of Luigi. He can throw out so many hitboxes so fast that someone slower like Bowser is going to kind of get snuffed out a lot, is going to struggle to get hitboxes out in time.
Yep, so still seeing this, but
Bonk!
it would be a high percentage with nice DI from Luigi there.
Ooh, scary. I like the risks though. Like
You kind of have to take those risks.
You are a little behind, so I like I like how he's showing the willingness to take those risks to go for those edge guards. That F tilt should kill. Has a lot of percent on him though. This is gonna be pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky, scary going into it, but going to deal a fair amount of damage already.
Like preferably, if you're on even stocks, you would do you do a Bowser side, since percentages were so much in his favor, but you don't have the stocks to trade in a crew battle like this.
Nope.
In this situation, you don't have those stocks to trade. So having to just kind of take the death, and is getting some nice percentage here though.
Yep, getting nice percentage, 61% right now to 7%. So Bowser in the lead by percentage, but not in stocks. Very risky fights here.
Again, this is what we're seeing from the Luigi that we spoke about, just getting snuffed out. He can throw out so many hitboxes so quickly that it's going to be difficult for Bowser to find the gap to get one of his own hitboxes out. He's just going to struggle to have the time.
And that is already a lot of high percentage from the Bowser already.
Yeah, that's an edge guard there coming out from the Luigi. Bowser down to his last stock and having a lot more distance to go against Albion if they want to win this round as a 2-0.
Even if this are like the two best players coming out first, it's still very difficult for Valpo.
Absolutely. This is a very difficult situation to be in, but hey, you still have round 3 if it's so needed. But
Bowser is already at a very high percentage right here.
It's definitely not impossible, but it's definitely a tall ask. That forward air slicing through the fireball there to get the hit up. But, Bowser only really needs one stray hit to kill here.
Yep, just looking for that stray hit. Luigi might need a little bit more, but...
Yeah, Luigi's going to need a bit more, or some time to confirm. Or that just beating the downbeat actually still lives. But I'm kind of... Ooh, this is a scary situation to be in now. Yes. Nice tech, though. Shouldn't kill, but it keeps him on the ledge. It resets the situation. That actually saved him. That saved him. That was a really nice tech. Still living on the edge, quite literally, unable to find the forward air. Completely reversed that situation. That was a very terrifying situation to be in, but actually able to find the kill out of all of that. So, this is still a tall order, but hey, there's a stock left, so there's a chance left.
Yeah, gotta give them that.
Yeah, it's not impossible.
But gonna be interested to see who they throw out.
Probably Terry is my guess. I wouldn't be shocked to hear Lucas,
Yeah.
but probably Terry is my guess.
Unless there's somebody else random. Well, we do know that we do.
That's true.
Have
Because we're guessing and they've already shown some characters, we're commentators, so of course it's just going to be something completely random. You're right.
Yeah, like the Kaguya we've heard about that hasn't shown up yet. You know.
Oh yeah, you're right. I kind of forgot that existed. But they also had a little Mac apparently.
Oh, fair enough. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I love being a commentator, having control over what characters it's not going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it?
Snake.
Like I said, we have control over who it's not.
Yeah. There's a snake, apparently.
You know what? I'm excited.
Fair enough.
Snake's one of those characters that you can play in so many different ways, and hype, I guess not hype, but aggro aggressive snakes can be so much fun to watch.
So we'll see if the snake is aggressive or not.
Yeah, either way, to his credit, there's so many different ways to play Snake, and at the same time, you do have to look at it like, this situation, there's no reason for you to take risks here. But Snake can be so much fun to watch. He's just an explosive boy.
I mean, well, the snake has all the right to take as many risks as possible.
That's true.
They only need to take one stop.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to see Snake. We don't get to see Snake all that often. He's a pretty unorthodox character. He plays the game differently than most other characters. He plays in his own way. So he tends to not be that insanely popular, but he's more popular than some. Actually, I think he's more popular than most, but of the top tiers kind of thing, of like the high tiers. Either way, you don't see too many Snakes all that often, but I'm excited to see it because I don't get to watch Snake all that often, and when I do, I enjoy my time.
Fair enough.
From my home region, we have a couple really good Snake players, and I love watching them, so I'm excited.
Fair enough. So Bowser will have to lose 2 stocks here, and that will put him on 1, and that will be.
All right, what's your bet? Does he run off and down B, run off down air, or does he just up B into the boss zone? All right, so the first one is down B. What's the second one? Is it up? Is it gonna be up B?
No.
Oh, just a low down B. All right, fair enough. All right, now getting into it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact, that box has a hitbox.
Yes.
That cardboard box actually has a hitbox. I've seen people gimp somebody with it. Whee! Bonk. Getting some nice early percent here on the Snake.
Already a lot of percentage on the Snake right here, so Bowser's looking pretty good in a nice spot.
Looking for the kill already. That's a good thing. That's a good sign. Heavies can kind of just do that. Look for the kills at early percents, and especially in situations like this, you want early kills.
Yes, exactly. You
What's
don't
gonna
want them to risk getting as much percentage as possible, but that's already some fair amount of percentage going into this. So.
What's going to be interesting here is that he's dead.
He's dead.
That's what's interesting.
Yep,
but what's also interesting
by the stage.
is that Snake tends to like trades. He tends to use his grenades to force trades. Since he's generally heavier than his opponents, he can take those trades. But Bowser, being the heaviest character in the game, he's not heavier than Bowser. So it's going to be a little interesting to see how he works around not being able to go for these. And that hit Cypher.
Fair enough.
That down B clipped the Cypher, not the Snake. That got the kill for him. So taking a lot of percent here, but again, it is Bowser. He can afford to take some of these as long as you don't get hit by a kill option, like that up tilt, like that kill option in particular, especially. As long as you don't get hit by that or the C4. Yep, good. Baiting out the C4 option. Just trying to find the gap between the kill moves. This is a dangerous game that he's playing.
Yeah, the Snake is looking for it, and he's
Absolutely.
got no reason to just fish short. Because
there it is.
That's gonna kill there.
Yeah.
And that's Albion going to take the second match there. So
Yep,
we'll be
but
going
hey.
to our third round.
Yep, we're going to the third round. A good showing from the Bowser there, actually. Quite a strong showing. I know the Bowser is a fairly newer addition to to Ben's character pool. So good to see that it's able to put in some work.
Yeah. But I'm gonna request we go to just a short little break right now, just to rest our voice and go get some water.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back from the break. Sorry, we just had to rest our voices a little bit, but no rest for the weary here. Getting back into it with the Mii Gunner against the Kirby. Round 3 against Albion here. Back to even footing. See what the Kirby can do. Did quite well against the Gunner in the last round that we saw. So we'll see how it goes here. Already above on percentage here, but you know what? Spoke too soon. Commentator's curse. Now a bit even. A little behind now. But hey, nothing that Kirby can't make up for.
Yep.
Kirby known for his damage output. Once he gets close, the difficulty is getting there.
Yep, Kirby needs to really look for this, getting that neutral B of the Mii Gunner, because that was so vital in keeping him.
It was very impactful, just solely for the space created, but actually, you know, he did eat a neutral B from the Mii Gunner, but
well,
sadly wasn't using his
now.
inhale here.
Not when we want it to, but he gets it now.
Yep, sadly not quite able to avoid the first charge shot, but now has one of his own, which will be very helpful in controlling space.
Yep, very helpful, and we're going to be even on percent, but we're not even on stocks here, so you'll be in a rough spot
Forcing
right
his
here.
way down with the rock, but beating through the nade, but not quite able to get through the missile.
Going to be, like I said though, using this charge shot just very vital right here in this match, just because Kirby doesn't have a lot of ways to get in against this.
Yeah, it's covering a lot of space, covering a lot of options. It's adding a ranged threat,
Yes.
which is nice. So able to make use of that is going to be really important. And I mean, ooh, barely able to live. DI just barely managing to come in to save the stock. Did lose the charge shot from that though.
Yeah, unfortunate right there. Just going to be needing, like, right now we're just looking for that kill kill right now.
Yeah, that's going to be the difficulty here because, again, it's difficult for Kirby to get in.
Going to try and predict a low recovery.
Yeah,
but
not quite able to get it here. Low key, I would have fallen holding inhale like that to eat the charge shot. Up throw kills. Bonk!
Yep. All right, we do get the kill there, but this is going to be a rough situation for Kirby being at such a high percent on second stock. So, not a good look, especially with me Gunner at 0%.
Yeah, but hey, this is not impossible here. I mean, we saw it first round, right? Like, we killed the me Gunner at 13% or something.
Yeah.
It proving me right that they can crouch under the missiles. I know too much about this game. But we'll see if the Kirby can do so as well. Able to avoid these projectiles, make it back to stage. Wow, actually able to hit the toes of the Kirby, getting around the inhale.
So going to be, unfortunately, getting the stock there for Kirby, but just gotta be looking for this right now. Looking for getting the stock in, but unfortunate, just not able to find it right now.
Yeah, just trying to get in and get some damage in is so difficult. That's what we were saying. Like, Kirby has options, but they're difficult. You have to be able to get to the gunner, and that's challenging. That's the challenge in of itself.
Yep, and a lot of this is just racking up all of this damage right here. Fortunately able to read it, but unfortunately the V-Gunner is able to hold on to that a little bit. Maybe just gotta look for like some sort of...
Nom.
But we do get the charge shot here a little late, but we saw how this changed the tide of the battle last time.
Absolutely. So. You know, it does also do damage when he inhales, which... fun fact, the inhale actually does more damage than just spitting them out. But sadly, not going to matter as the me Gunner does take out the last stock of the Kirby. Did still take one, so hey, you know, all is not lost.
Yep.
For sure. So we still have 3 of our players to go back on, and again, the me Gunner has lost a stock already, so not too shabby.
Who do you think we're gonna send in here?
Little Mac is my guess.
I was also thinking Little Mac.
That would be my guess.
That's what
We shall see.
I think we should do, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. The Little Mac showed that he was able to surprisingly work around the me Gunner's options very well, especially for such a grounded character.
Yeah.
That kind of surprised me by how much he was able to work around them. But he did also show me some interactions which changed that a lot. That Little Mac side B able to jump over not just the missiles, or not just the grenades, but also able to jump over the missiles if timed properly. It was able to jump over it. Like that's a big interaction to be able to jump over.
That caught the me Gunner out.
Yeah, you're able to jump over the projectile and then punish the end lag.
Yeah.
So that is a big interaction.
I forgot we had this character here.
You know?
I forgot that.
You're right, and they did have such a good showing the first round too. So you're right, and
I forgot they were here. I'm gonna be honest.
I apologize. I was not familiar with your game. You did see a great showing from the first round, so we'll see if we can see another from the Sonic coming out here.
Yep. Going into map choices though.
Probably not Kalos.
Yeah.
If it's not banned, Town and City. It's likely banned.
Because Kalos and Town and City are likely banned here.
Well, they do also get to know that it's Sonic beforehand as well, so they get to tailor their bans towards Sonic. So I would expect Town and City to be banned. Smashville's probably banned. And probably Hollow was banned.
They're going PS2.
Yep. They are indeed. We
got some people cheering for Albion.
Hello. We got some Albion people in chat. We got the little competition. All right.
Need the Valpo people to come out again.
Yeah,
come on.
We need the Valpo forces.
But we are seeing this Sonic come in. Me Gunner will have to lose a stock.
Whee!
So going to be interesting going into this one.
Yep, so we'll see what the Sonic's able to do. Had a good showing in the first round, so we'll see if they can keep that up here. Just going blow for blow here.
Thank you for the follow, too.
Absolutely, thank you,
don't worry, we got one of our players still here, so
Let's
we're good.
go.
But unfortunately, going to see a lot of damage racked up on Sonic right here. So a rough spot already for Valpo to be in.
Yep, but hey, getting some percent on the board of our own is going to be good. Read the roll in. Yep, absolutely. With the spring there.
I love that spring usage, honestly. That's been really crucial in gaining a lot of traction these matches.
Yep, spring is so good for something like that. It's good for edge guarding, and even if the character has recovery to get around it, it's just free damage.
Exactly. So, just really, really nice coverage there, and keeping the percents all right. We're not ideal. We don't like it here, but we don't hate it.
Roll. I was ready for it.
Yep, but going to be taking some of these trades, but that is going
that
to
was
be huge. Don't like that trade. Yeah.
That will be a kill here for the Mii Gunner. Was ready for the roll too. He was ready.
He keeps being ready for this. We keep seeing this and just misspacing it or like just slightly.
All right, watch this. If he grabbed ledge, I was gonna say neutral get up roll in. Neutral get up roll in. Oh, I got the neutral get up though.
Yep.
Getting some nice percentage here is going to have to find the kill, but hey, the more percentage you rack up, the more stuff will kill.
Yep, this is at least better for...
Sadly, eating a lot of percent. Fun fact, the missiles don't taste good. Please stop eating them.
Yeah, like we say in Overwatch all the time, please stop eating the bullets.
They don't taste good.
They're not good for your health.
Bonk.
That's going to kill, though.
Yet, homing attack does have a lot of end lag, specifically if he hits the ground. If he just hits air, like if he misses and just hits air, not much. Oh, that's a stock.
Yep, that's a stock.
Hey, absolutely.
Even footing, we take these.
Yeah, absolutely. Still down a player, which is bad, which is sad. But hey, this is how it starts.
Yep,
Bonk.
This is how it starts, especially since this seems to be one of their strongest players.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, the Sonic has been doing really well here. Some good showings. Looked to be ready for that roll. Not 100% spaced amazingly, but hey, it
taking a lot
happens.
of percent here. This is a very risky game. Gonna be trying to play more of this hit and run, but it's just not really working out. It's working in the favor of the Mii Gunner here.
Yep. Ready for that air dodge in with the jab, and that charge shot going to hit on ledge, especially with the grenade popping him up.
Yep, unfortunate there.
Mii Gunner able to take out another player here. Valpo
that's still losing its stock. That's better than last time.
Did still lose a stock here, so not too bad. Again, with a strong showing from the Sonic.
Yep. Very strong showing. I mean, being able to take out the stock is pretty much all we needed right there. Or at least something. So better than just like being 3 stock.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but it's gonna be crucial here who we throw in. Again, because this is the last round. It's best of 3, both 1-1. So this does decide it all.
Yeah.
So who we send in here, I would expect to see a Little Mac and a K-Rool anchoring. Is what I would expect.
As well. I am expecting that as well. I don't think this is the time to throw out a Bowser or anything like that. I think you want to stick with your mains, stick with what you're good at. I mean, that's another thing that just always see. Just stick with what you're good at. Stick with what's consistent.
Stick with what's strongest. Yeah, for sure.
Especially in these matches, like you don't want to really risk anything.
Yeah, in a game 3 like this, I think you just stick with what's strongest. Stick with what you are the most comfortable on, and you know it's shown to be strong. We've shown that we can do it with the first round. That we can do this, so we can definitely make this comeback. It's not impossible. And again, only 1 stock left on the Gunner. All it takes is taking that stock, and then that lets momentum to build back up. We've talked about the importance of momentum for us. That 1 stock being able to come into the next round with the same player that you went into the last one with helps with momentum so much.
And one of the things, too, is that they are leading with their strongest players, it seems like. And
leading with the Gunner has been getting them a lot of work done. We saw it in the last. We saw it with the last round as well, able to do a lot, which we responded in turn with experimentation, which I very much liked. I very much really liked that we took that opportunity to experiment. And now is the time to put it to use.
personally, I do really like anchoring more stronger, consistent teammates.
More so the character is
Mhm.
what's important. Is that
Yes.
anchoring the more consistent character.
Mhm.
Because Little Mac, this Little Mac here that we are throwing in, has
Mhm.
shown to be a really strong player.
Yes.
He did a ton of work in the first round.
Yes.
Just Little Mac as a character could be scary.
Mhm.
He can be scary to anchor because you could just get edge guarded at 12.
Exactly.
And so that can be scary to anchor. So I like the reaction to send him in early, give yourself a little buffer, and let him do his work
Mhm.
without all the pressure being on him.
Yeah.
So I like this option here,
Mhm.
anchoring the more consistent character
Mhm.
to survive
Yeah.
is what I like to see. Let this Little Mac do his work, specifically without having the pressure of being the only stocks left.
That's true. Yes.
Is big here. So
Mhm.
that's what I like to see. And plus Lil Mac just did really well first round. He did a lot of work. So I'm really excited to see what he's able to do this round.
Yeah.
Only one stock on the Me Gunner left to take, and he has shown that he's able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, this is just a major thing, is just choosing who you want to lead with. And we're seeing from Albion, they're leading with their most consistent characters, pretty much. And
So
while that is beneficial, it makes the ender game riskier, especially against us, who's throwing out our more consistent characters last.
So what's going to be interesting here is going to be the stage bans. Because they get to know that we are playing Little Mac, I would expect to see a FD ban, and the rest of it doesn't really matter because now I see the Kalos, and this is scary.
Yeah,
I don't like the Kalos pick.
not the biggest fan of that choice.
I don't like it. Of course, I don't know the bans.
Mhm.
I don't know what the bans were. I would expect FD was banned, probably Smashville,
Mhm.
and probably Town. I don't know. But either way, I'm not sure if I love the Kalos pick because while I do often call it like Diet FD, those platforms on the side generally don't have too much impact. With this matchup, it absolutely will.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. No harm, no foul. It's fine. But it absolutely will have an impact at this matchup, especially against Little Mac. Those platforms have impact.
Yes.
And then as Gunner, those platforms have impact. So now that both combined, this is going to happen. And that's what I'm scared of. I'm scared that we allowed this pick to go through because this is going to happen.
Yes. Very risky right here. But going to RA get that first thing in, just going to see RA get a percentage lead, but hoping just not to trade the stocks right here. But I do like how patient Lil Mac is being right here.
The patience is big here, especially on a character like Little Mac. When you start getting, camped out, basically, it gets really easy to get impatient and want to run in. But that's exactly what camping is trying to get you to do, to get impatient to run in. So this patience here, especially on a character like Little Mac, is really critical, and I like to see that he's showing very early on that he's willing to be patient.
And we're seeing the same momentum from him as with the Terry from earlier, just sitting back and just waiting.
And, he doesn't have KO punched yet to just run up on you, so, I say yet. Ooh.
Yep.
I wonder if wall jump would have saved him.
Maybe.
It would have side B, wall jump, double jump, up B. Might have saved him. I don't know how much height Little Mac gets off of his wall jump.
Yeah, just a risky place to be anyway. I don't like seeing a Little Mac at the edge.
Yeah, it's always scary, but luckily he was pretty safe in that situation. There wasn't much the gunner could do about it.
Yep, unfortunately going for that grab, seeing him in shield, seeing him play a more defensive play. But we are seeing a KO punch, and this was huge last time. But this Me Gunner is not letting him use anything off of it. Unfortunately, taking a lot of percentage right here.
And taking away.
Yeah.
Nice work, man. Got it all figured out.
Yep, definitely gonna be pretty scary fight, honestly, going into it. Unfortunately, still have exactly.
Still having technical difficulties, but seem to be fixed. But no,
Should be
so
fixed now.
what I was saying is that this is going to be a really scary matchup.
Mhm.
One, because Sora has range, but
Yes.
mostly because I'm really scared of what's going to happen when the Little Mac gets hit off stage.
Yeah.
Because Sora is going to have incredible edge guard capabilities against him, and Sora's counter was going to be terrifying.
Yeah. But right now, doing a fair amount of mileage with these, but unfortunately, Sora can survive a lot with this.
Yeah, absolutely. Doing a great job here. This will cost KO punch, get him off stage, but I like the recover high.
Mhm.
That's something that Little Macs don't often do. It's kind of unexpected. And against Sora like that, you have Sora's counter that you have to fear.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm
That's-
surprised that that whiffed, because Sora's forward smash also moves him forward. They just crossed paths. But F tilt not going to get past him there. Trying to go for nair combos, but that back air able to take it.
Yep, that back air able to take that fight for Lil Mac right here. Could be just a risky seeing this. Hopefully looking to get another stock. That will be the requirement pretty much here for Lil Mac.
But doing quite well at it, getting some early percentage. This is spooky, but
Yep,
hey,
this-
not too bad. Gets out of it mostly unfazed. Nothing too crazy.
Yep. Just getting a lot of risky position, and
Woo!
unfortunately missing the KO
Almost
punch right
needed
there.
to dash forward a little bit, but not quite able to find it.
Yep. Just
Bonk.
getting dealt a lot of damage here and not being able to deal it back in return right here.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good kill. And this is very risky.
Yeah, this is scary now. Did at least take A stock.
Yeah, did take a stock.
Yes, I think it was only one.
Unfortunately, the Sora is just kind of a very difficult thing to.
Yeah, for Little Mac, Sora is going to be a very difficult matchup to play into. Sora is going to have a lot of options around Sora's capabilities here, so looks like we will actually be seeing the Bowser come out here. Little surprising, but I don't hate it.
I don't like it.
Actually, no, this is both options are bad. I'll be honest.
Both options are
Specifically against Sora because of
Yeah.
his counter.
bad. Mhm.
Because if you go K Rool, he just counters your up B every time. You go Bowser, he can also just counter your up B every time. Neither options are very good,
No option is really good here.
specifically for Sora.
It's just personally, I prefer the K roll just because I feel like it will do better into the other two options after. But you do have to
Maybe,
get past
but
Sora first.
Generally the mentality to go with is you don't worry about what's behind them. You have to get there
Correct.
first.
Mhm.
So
Yep, this is a risky
Yeah.
fight. So.
yeah, either option not looking too great just because of the matchup you're playing into. This will be a very uphill fight because even if they manage to get past the Sora, they have another player behind them. So
Yeah.
this will be definitely an uphill battle if Valpo wants to take home the win here.
Yep, just gonna be looking for those waiting for stage bans. Pretty. They're thinking about it very hard. We can tell.
I mean, as they should. This is
Yeah.
round 3. This is a pretty important round.
Potential final game. So.
I would expect a Battlefield ban. I would expect to ban Battlefield, Smashville, probably FD. But
I
I
don't
could
know.
I could definitely see FD being left open in favor of banning something like Town.
We are seeing Kalos be picked though.
I don't actually hate this pick, especially with the gunner out of the question, having already played. I don't hate this pick. It's gonna be an uphill fight no matter what. Sora with his counter, with the special mechanic of his counter being that if he counters, he stuns his opponent and then counterattacks. That makes generally with counters and something with up B specifically, sometimes you can kind of get past the counter hitbox. Like you can get behind it, so it will send you towards stage instead. You can kind of just skip past it, but Sora's counter will bypass that option.
But we are seeing him already pick up the Sora counter, but unfortunately that's just the combo that Sora has right there in his back pocket.
Yep. Well, luckily he isn't the most consistent Sora with it, because that input is very hard to do. I believe technically you're supposed to IDJ with it, or instant double jump. Woo! Win for the stock there, which you know might as well. You're not gonna die for it.
Yeah. Just
read the roll in. Oh.
He did, but unfortunately there was no roll in.
Yeah, there was no roll in to read. Whee! Bong.
That's gonna take that stock there. Haven't lost a single stock yet, but it's too soon to call right now.
Yeah, this is still very scary because it takes Bowser getting off stage once and just Sora countering.
Yep. Risky spot right here for the Sora. Not Sora, Bowser.
Yeah, but I like how the Bowser's playing this, playing cautious, playing slow.
Forcing the Sora to come out with. The Sora is very eager for this kill. Which is not the thing I think the Sora should be doing. I think the Sora should probably be a little more cautious, but still gonna find the kill right there.
And swinging big worked out for him, and again, I mean, he has another player behind him.
Yeah, he can take those risks. Bowser doesn't have
And Bowser's dead.
Yeah. Did he
Buffered,
not have a jump?
Buffered the directional air dodge. He was trying to shield, likely trying to roll, and it just buffered it.
Lovely.
Yep, we love the buffer system.
Yeah, unfortunately, and getting stuck in this little combo lock.
Yep.
Just losing a lot for that. Bowser in just a rough position here. Not impossible, but very difficult.
Nice forward air there. Was ready for the slide off. Another nice forward air. Trying to go for a third, but a little late on the trigger. That back air should kill, though.
That's gonna kill.
Yeah, Bowser's back air is a very meaty move.
Yep. Did have an SD there, so going to be risky. It all depends on who they send out next.
Yeah, going to be riskier. They have a few they have 2 players left in the bank, and only 1 stock here on the Bowser. Gonna be a tall order, probably a Lucas.
Yeah, I could see that.
I wouldn't be surprised to see either a Lucas or a Terry. I'd be less surprised to see a Lucas.
Yeah. I would definitely be surprised to see the Luigi here. I think the Luigi's
Oh yeah, you're right.
Anchor.
They do have a Luigi.
I think the Luigi's going to be the anchor, especially since they haven't moved over to the side yet. So
it could be any one of them.
I think we're looking at probably the Terry or the Lucas.
Yeah, judging by how the Luigi hasn't moved over, yeah.
Yeah.
But either one, I wouldn't be too surprised to see either of them. My guess is expecting the Lucas, but I wouldn't be too surprised to see either.
Yeah, I mean, both are honestly fairly decent options, especially with another player right behind and only 1 stock to take down.
Absolutely. So stage bans are going to be very important here. We will be told what character they're playing, so we can tailor our bans towards it. For a Lucas, I would expect Kalos, Town, and probably Smashville.
We're going to small battlefield, it appears. So they're sending in their Terry.
Terry, alright.
And then we ban Final Destination, Kalos, and Town. So we're going to small battlefield.
I don't hate it.
Don't hate it.
Of the options available, I think that's the best one.
Still very risky, very scary, so gonna be in a rough spot, especially with that SD, unfortunately.
2, 1.
Yeah, quite unfortunate here, but you have to lose too, big guy.
Bowser, what?
Yeah, sometimes you just forget. Just reset and go next.
Yeah.
I've done the same thing. Sometimes you just forget. You just kind of reset and hit start again.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yep, it happens.
Yep. That does just mean he was ready. He was in game mode. So you know.
We like that. We like that, but gonna still be
so
difficult.
Just reset and go next. It's all good. Yeah. All good. No harm, no foul.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta lose those 2 stocks.
Yeah. Don't forget this time. Doing it twice in a row would be a little much. But it just means he was ready. He was ready for game.
Yep. So, just
the slow pub walk. All right, now we're good to go. Now you're good to swing.
Yep. So still in this risky position. Dealing a lot of damage already though.
Yep.
Still,
Some
I just
good
don't want
option
to.
coverage here.
I just don't want to say anything, just because I don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah, you don't want a commentator's curse, but hey, some good option coverage here. This up tilt is covering so many options.
And we are seeing the carry go, and that's almost going to kill.
Yeah, that is almost the stock here. This is a kill.
Yep, that's a kill.
That's exactly what I see. Only 7% here. Effectively 0. Kill him.
Yeah, he
like, kill him for this.
prepared for that.
Yeah, not quite in a position to realistically kill him for it, but it would have been really funny if he was able to find a kill there. But Terry's getting a bit of a revenge for the last stock, able to get quite a bit.
Already got a lot of
here.
percentage right here, but just gonna be looking for that momentum right here. Getting that nice read.
Finding his footing again. Finding his footing again is good. Whee!
Going to take that down, getting a nice air, forcing back advantage into his favor, but
what's actually kind of lucky here is that some of his moves were a little stale, so the last move he hit him with, it left him 0.2% off of getting go meter before he got in disadvantage, so luckily he doesn't have it yet.
Barely reaching the edge there.
Bonk.
Just gonna be a risky position, but able to take the stock. This is unfortunate, very risky.
Yeah, this is very scary. I think like one jab and you might be dead.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, looking for it, but this is not impossible.
Up B out of shield, fortunately, saves him.
Yeah, was ready for that air dodge, just watching for it.
Yep, just gotta be playing a patient game. You can't get more
bonk.
And that is going to at least take that stock. This is slightly more doable now.
Him and me were both ready for that roll.
Yep.
I'm glad to see that he was ready for it, getting that 3 stock. So now, still gonna have one player. I'm expecting a Luigi.
Yes, I'm also expecting the Luigi. The Luigi was also very consistent. Both the Luigi and we're seeing the swap. We're pretty sure commentators are correct for once.
I was right for once. Am I still
Wait,
wrong?
what? We Fit.
They just don't. I'm not allowed to be right.
No, but hey, we have a lot of experience against Wii Fit because this guy decided to bring in like the 6th
No,
best
actually,
Wii
I
Fit
don't
in
think
the world.
Ben played against him.
Gosh dang! That's who we needed to play against the Wii Fit.
Don't worry, I'll call him up right now.
Yeah, gotta prepare him for the next one.
Yeah, I'll call him up. Don't you worry, I know people.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, 6th best Wii Fit in the world. You know.
I think that is one of my funniest claims to fame. Is that last semester we knew we were running into a Wii Fit in our next match, so we were asking for practice, and I said, "Hang on, I know a guy," and I pulled out the 6th best Wii Fit in the world via power ranking. So I just kind of pulled up the 6th best in the world.
Yeah,
that's my.
Sure did that.
I think that's my funniest claim to fame. But sadly, that was last semester a while ago, and I don't actually. I think Ben did play against him, but it has been a semester. It's been a while, so we'll see how much he can recall from that experience.
Yep. Just more people cheer on Albion. Got
absolutely,
cheer on,
just
so
cheer.
Fair enough.
Absolutely.
We like the viewers. We like the viewers.
I just want a good game. I'm glad to see cheering. For either players. it's more fun, it's more entertaining, both as a commentator and from experience. It's more fun as a competitor when it's just a good game, when
Yeah.
both people are playing their best. So I like to see it, and plus gets a little of a friendly rivalry a little bit.
Friendly rivalry.
Absolutely,
Of
absolutely.
course. So this is gonna be a tough one.
This will be a tough one. It's going to require a 3-stock.
Yep. It's not impossible, but it's definitely difficult.
Is the second stock going to be an up B or a down B? I call down B. Oh, down air. I was close. All right, but now time for the last match here.
That was not what I was expecting. Okay.
No, that's pretty standard for Wii Fit. Gonna try to find his opening here. No one's taken any damage yet, but there it is. Bowser going to get the first opening here with a lot of damage.
Yep.
Sun Salutation coming in to respond, though.
And that's already dealing a fair amount of damage right there. Going to look for the up smash already. Unfortunately, still doing a lot of damage
Back air?
to the Wii
Yeah.
Fit. Tried to cover the option, but just not able to get it. That
Fire!
player is able to cover that roll-in, though.
Yeah, going
which
to
is
do a
good.
lot of damage. Roll. Oh, neutral get up roll.
Yeah.
I got schmixed, I'll be honest.
Well, everyone gets mixed. Unfortunate.
Uh-oh, you might, ooh, that was scary. You
That
probably
was
could have died
scary.
there.
But he had to go for the risky play right there and try and get that. And while it did hit, it just didn't spike into the ground, into offstage. And that was the unfortunate thing.
Yeah, no, that nair probably could have led into death. I think Wii Fit does have drag down nair up smash.
Yep, and this is really scary. Yeah, 133% right here.
Oh, deep breathing.
Yeah, deep breathing.
Pretty much anything will kill now.
Yep, it's
Pretty
very
much.
risky. Seeing a lot of damage.
Yeah, you make it back.
Barely,
You live.
Barely.
That's what matters.
Yep, live, just live. Just gonna be a risky thing. Wii Fit looking for.
Luckily, didn't get sweet spot back here. There's so much that will kill right now. The amount of
Yep,
things that will kill is
especially
much
the
higher than the things that
strike.
won't.
Correct. No,
Woo!
he got saved, but
quite.
unfortunately that is going to take.
Hey, that was so much closer than I think any of us expected.
Yeah.
A great showing from the Bowser.
Great showing
A
from
very close
everyone.
match. That's what we want to see. Sadly, didn't go in Valpo's favor, but hey, it was still a good match nonetheless.
But unfortunately, we're gonna have to wrap up pretty quickly because we are going into another 2 games. So
Very
Smash Bros.
soon.
Yeah, Smash Bros has a double header with Manchester actually being in person this time.
Yep. And then afterwards, we have some Overwatch playing again against Manchester in person.
Yep.
So we will see you then soon for that.
Yep.
So tune in then.